We're going to learn how to chalk a kettlebell handle today. Let's go. We're going to need a few things before we get started. A kettlebell will be nice, then some high quality chalk, a sanding sponge, emery cloth, Scott's paper towel, and a bucket. Now, if you're like me and you store your kettlebells in the garage and it's wintertime, you can set them up in front of a space heater and put the bucket right behind it to help trap some of the heat. And we will make sure that we heat up the kettlebell a little bit. Now grab your favorite mat for your dainty knees and let's get started. What we're going to do now is start off with a clean slate. So grab your standing sponge and sponge off any excess kettlebell chalk that we have left over on there. We want to make sure we start with a clean slate. Once that's nice and done, grab your paper towel and wipe off any excess, and grab our emery cloth and roughen up the entire surface. This will help to roughen up the entire surface and will help for that initial layer of chalk to adhere to the handle. Another wipe of paper towel to get off any of the gunk that falls off, and make sure you dump the excess that you accumulated. Now that we're back, reinsert your kettlebell handle and get a damp paper towel this time and give it a nice once over on the handle, and that'll really take off any of that excess gunk that we might not have gotten earlier. See that? Ugh. Having the handle slightly damp as well will help for the initial layer to adhere to the handle. Now we're ready to apply our chalk. I use VIKN Performance Chalk. So we're just going to open up that bag. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So now that we have the bag open finally, we're going to apply liberally to our hands, and we are going to next apply liberally to the handle itself. Now, this is not meant to have a perfect coating here. We're just getting that primer on. Like you're painting a wall and you're putting primer on before the paint. And then we are ready to start scrubbing like crazy. So we're going to use lots of friction, lots of big movements, lots of heat here, and all of that together will help to make sure that our chalk adheres to the handle. Now, there are a number of different techniques that we use when we're applying chalk to the handle, such as the corkscrew, the downward palm, see what I did there, the chest compression, because if you've ever taken a CPR course, you want to use your entire body when doing this so you don't tire out. There you go. There's a little visualization for you. Next, we have the karate chop. Thank you, Austin Powers. Don't forget to take your daughter for a short scooter ride if you ever need a break. What we're doing here is getting those little stubborn bits that aren't quite sticking. So what I like to do here is just put a little bit on top of the area where I want more chalk to adhere to, and then I am just purposely scrubbing right over that spot. So kind of like that little chest compression move. There's another variation of the karate chop, and we are using this to get that crevice in the handle itself, that little area that's bent. That is going to be very important to get. And we have our finishing move. I'm not sure what's going on here right now, but yeah, I think we're done. Are we done? Yep, I think we're done here. Okay, we're gonna shake off the excess kettlebell chalk. I don't know why I keep saying kettlebell chalk, it's just chalk. Make sure you use your paper towel to get off any of that excess there. And all of that stuff that we have left over, all that chalk we have left over there, just make sure you dump that back into the bag. It's still useful. So this is another reason why we use the bucket, to prevent waste. Set that all aside, and voila, we have a beautifully chalked kettlebell ready for lifting. Now, a properly chalked kettlebell is only as good as a properly chalked set of hands. So we're just going to briefly go over how to chalk your hands properly. Now, like before, we want to make sure that we chalk within our container, again, to prevent waste and also prevent a bigger mess. And we're going to apply liberally to our palms. Make sure that we're scrubbing super hard, or as hard as you can tolerate, of course. Get in between the fingers here, because that's where moisture likes to accumulate. And we are going to make sure we get the side of our wrist here, because that's where the handle rests when you're racking the kettlebell. Get that webbing between your thumb and finger, and we'll make sure that we get our index finger very well as well, because that combined with proper technique is going to really save your grip when doing snatches and cleans. Add one more little layer and shake off any excess, and there we have it, a beautifully chalked set of hands. For me, this is what works best. For you, if you want to chalk more on the back of the hand or further down to your forearm, by all means, you do what's best for you. And you know what else is best for you? B-roll. If you like this video, here are 3 more I think you would enjoy. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And if you could hit subscribe, I'd appreciate it too. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.